Welcome everyone, Farmer Cop here. This is going to be a video to show off and kind of describe and talk about and list all of the confirmed by Giant Software features for Farming Simulator 25 as of today. So when this is coming out, which is going to be probably either June 25th or June 26th. So whichever one of those it comes out on, this is the 100% all of the confirmed features so far that we have. So just be aware of that. Now, this is available now for pre-order. It does release on November 12th. Make sure you guys pre-order it using the code down below, or using, the link down below, or use code FarmerCop at checkout. That does go to support the channel. And if you pre-order it now, you get the pre-order bonus, which is pretty sweet. It's a Macdon pack, which we'll talk about in a little bit here as well. So make sure you guys are doing that. But moving forward, officially announced new features. Old gen consoles are no longer supported. I know that's not really a feature, but I just wanted to mention that to people so people are not surprised at that. That means only PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series S and X are going to be available for that. PC Mac still good to go, obviously. So you got that. There is a collector's edition. I do mention that and talk about what's in it in another video, and I also talk about the different versions, such as Year 1 Season Pass, the bundle, the physical copies, the game itself, and I talk about kind of what version to buy. So I do have a link to that video down below in the description, and I'll try to remember to put a card up on your screen right now so you guys can check it out there as well. There is also a Year 1 Season Pass that is available for pre-order as well. There are going to be 3 new DLCs in that and an expansion in that as well. The expansion appears to have a photo with it that appears to be a new map that's going to be kind of UK based, kind of over in that area. Maybe Scotland, Ireland, you never know, but somewhere over in that kind of general area of the UK. We don't know exactly where at in the UK or Ireland or whatever the case may be. So just be aware of that. And that'll all be coming in 2025, but you can pre-order the Season 1 pass right now. Pre-order bonus, as I said, is the Macdon pack, which is a new brand of the game, and this pack will contain 5 new machines. It'll likely be available for purchase after the release of Farming Simulator 25, but if you want to get it for free, you have to pre-order before that. So just be aware of that. New crops, a big one you guys want to know about. Rice is official. It states there are 2 types of rice to be grown as well. And they have also officially announced spinach as being in the game, or the new game as well. They also say, and I quote, and other new crops, end quote. Those other new crops have not been announced yet, but that should be kind of cool to see more than just these 3 kind of crops here. Rice, 2 versions of it, and spinach to give you 3 there. So we should see some more soon from that front of new crops and everything like that. And then they went on to say that there'll be well over 20 overall crops, which leads me to believe that we'll probably have the crops from the premium expansion in the base game of Farming Simulator 25, but we don't know yet. And also field flooding associated with the new crops, or new rice at least. So you have to do some field flooding and stuff like that. Maybe not for both types of rice, but at least for one. So that'll be kind of a new feature and thing we have to do. New machinery, it says over 400 machines from 150 brands, including new machines for farming in Asia. Machines mentioned or seen in photos. So these are either ones that I've seen in the cinematic trailer, which I break that down chunk by chunk. Make sure you guys check that video out. Or these are ones that I've seen in screenshots that Giant Software has released. So here are the kind of the new official things that are new brands or new things coming to it. So we do see a lot of this. The Iseki rice planter, which I looked up. It's a real piece of equipment from Iseki. It does exist. We also have J&M grain carts, which are kind of teased in the cinematic trailer. We have Summers branded cultivators and equipment that is teased in the trailer as well. The Case Steiger 715 quad track is teased and screenshots released of that. The new Kloss quad track has screenshots released. We don't see it in the trailer that I'm aware of, but it has been teased as well. And we do have a screenshot of what looks to be the new KS AF11 harvester, which is pretty cool to have that. And we do see in the trailer Aprilia dirt bikes. I'm probably saying that brand wrong. I apologize. And we also have a screenshot released of Missouri branded equipment. So hopefully we get some of those. So that's several that we've already kind of been teased about or told about right off the bat. So that's a lot just kind of starting off that's going to get us going in there. And again, that's a ton of different equipment, a ton. I would expect that we'll have even more than that. Usually they don't throw all the new equipment right out the gate and kind of tease it all right away. So we should be expecting to see a lot of new equipment in addition to those things I just listed. And I could be missing something. I apologize if I'm missing something in this video at all. I'm trying to do my best. So moving on to maps. We have a East Asia map that's going to be announced. We see that one in the cinematic trailer. Obviously, it's not real gameplay, so the map's probably not going to look quite like that. But they kind of are hard announcing that, and they've mentioned that multiple times that you build a farm in Asia, and that will be a new map coming to the game. They mentioned the East Asia map multiple times in their blog posts and everything like that. They do say as well that there is a new North American map coming, so we'll be able to have something different than Elm Creek to kind of play on and do our thing if you want to farm in the U.S. or somewhere in North America and kind of do that route, which is pretty standard. They usually have something like that. So I'm kind of excited to see what that map's going to look like. That's the one I think I'm Most curious to see. I'm pretty curious about the Asian map, to be honest, but the new North American map, just because I'm from the United States, I am curious to see what they change up and do in that. And I hope it's a little bit nicer than Elm Creek. Elm Creek was amazing, but I don't know. Elm Creek wasn't quite my favorite American map, which is fine. So we'll kind of have to see how it goes. And they also mentioned having a Central European map, which will likely be Sri Lanka. So just be expecting that. If you didn't like Sri Lanka, well, that's going to be probably one of the other maps. But don't worry. Again, they're going to add another map in the UK. So if you wanted a different kind of style of European-ish map that's not Central European, that's more UK-based, again, we're going to get one of those at the end of 2025. You have to wait a little bit for that. But also, too, mods should be coming out, and there'll be a ton of mod maps by then, just like there always is. So you won't be stuck with the first 3 maps for too long. So I think that everything will just be fine. Moving on to animals. Water buffalo are officially announced. They say that, and I quote this, mighty buffalo and other animals will join, ... end quote. And then they say again, other livestock at the end of that, and that's all in quotes. After they say the mighty buffalo and other animals will join, they list the ones we have now, which are cows, chickens, pigs, sheep, and horses. So they say that other animals will join those ones there. So they're basically saying mighty buffalo will join, and other animals will join the 5 that we already have. So we're getting more than just the mighty buffalo. So we should see a few new animals as well, hopefully to be announced soon. And again, then it also says later on, other livestock. So I'm very excited about this. I'm very curious about this. Now, hopefully it's not just like, we have like bees in game right now. So hopefully it's not just animals that work like that. Hopefully there's more to them, and actual penned livestock and stuff like that. I'm assuming the mighty buffalo will be that way, or the water buffalo, I guess I should say. But it'll be kind of interesting to see how they kind of play some of that in and have some of that going. Moving on to production chains. They do say that new production chains and construction missions to, quote, extend your business opportunities, end quote, will be available. So new production chains, that was kind of probably, a given. We have new crops, so we're probably going to have new production chains associated with that. I wouldn't get too worked up and say that we have, like, butchering animals coming. That'd be kind of cool, but I don't think that's going to be one that's added. They haven't historically added that, and I don't think they're going to now. It probably wouldn't have been too difficult to add in the past, and they haven't done it. So I wouldn't hold my breath on that. But it'll still be cool to see some new production chains. And the thing I'm most excited about as well in this category here is the construction mission. So hopefully we have something different than roller coaster, boat building, and piano building. Hopefully we see something a little bit more in depth than that, or maybe a little bit different than that. So I am curious about that, but we'll just kind of have to wait and see what's announced. And then they talk a little bit about the Giants Engine 10. They said that there's going to be improved graphics and physics, which is kind of a given. Every time they upgrade the Giants engine, we do get that. People will complain and say it looks like crap, but if you actually look at the old games, it doesn't look like crap. It always looks better. So those people are stupid. But anyhow, it says modding friendly, and that's a quote. It's quoted there. It says the Giants engine is, quote, modding friendly, end quote, which means that mod support will likely be in the game, which is, we kind of knew that was going to happen, but it's kind of nice to see that. And they also are kind of saying that it's modding friendly. So not only that, it shouldn't be too hard for modders to switch over from using the current version of the Giants engine, which is Giants engine version 9, to Giants engine version 10. They also say there'll be distance fog, enhanced shadows, dynamic weather effects, ground deformation, and then at the very end they said, quote, and more, end quote. So there'll be more stuff than just that. The 2 things in there that I want to kind of focus on, distance fog, that's cool, sure, enhanced shadows, those are cool, but dynamic weather effects, I don't know if that means that we're just going to have more types of weather, or if we're actually going to have like weather that affects crops and animals. So we'll have to kind of see. I'm hoping that at least to some degree, and I hope you can turn it on or off if this is the case, that there's going to be weather that can affect your crops if you have that turned on, similar as to you turning on or off crop destruction or something like that. Ground deformation, do not think of this as like Mud Runner, Snow Runner level. It's not going to be like that, but it'll be kind of cool to see some level of that exist in the game. And that's a good start right there. I know a lot of you guys asked for ground deformation and like digging and things like that. I don't think we're going to have digging or anything like that, at least right off the bat. But this ground deformation is kind of a thing heading towards that and going in the right direction. So just based on that being added in, I think we have a lot of hope for future games and stuff like that. No other announcements. That is all the features. I'm excited to see what they're going to do with the workers, or if we have GPS or stuff like that. So we'll kind of have to just make do with what we got for now. And this is the information we have, but obviously stay tuned to the channel for more stuff. But if you guys enjoyed, drop a like down below. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button up on the screen so you don't miss any more Farming Simulator 25 news or features that are coming to the game. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, again, drop a like down below and let me know what you guys think and what you guys want to see in the new game. This has been Farmer Cop. Thank you guys for coming and watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.